It's my pleasure to introduce our next presenter, Cecile Lipworth. Cecile is a long-time women's rights activist for the past 20 years who has traveled the world working with grassroots women to end sexual violence. Through her work, she brought 1 Million Rising to Santa Fe and continues to her social justice activism, producing events, highlighting campaigns, and bringing people together. Welcome, Cecile. Is there any busting power in the house today? Are there any nasty women and men in the house today? Before I begin, I would like to just acknowledge the Tewa people in whose lands I, as an immigrant, live, and give thanks for your care of these lands through time immemorial. And I want to just thank Lindsay and honor Lindsay and everyone who's put this march together and this rally, because Lindsay stepped into her power and said, I'm going to do this, and she'd never organized anything before in her life. So please let's acknowledge what an incredible group has come together. My work as an activist started with supporting women in just being able to say the word vagina, so that they could talk about what was going on and what was happening to their vaginas. Then in my 14 years with the global movement V-Day, as my experiences and understanding grew, I helped build a movement of fierce, bold, awakened women and men who brought gender-based violence to the forefront of their communities, their cultures, and their countries. 1 Billion Rising grew out of those experiences. It grew out of the UN statistic that 1 in 3 women will be raped or beaten in their lifetime. That is 1 billion women. And it grew from sitting in rooms and huts and theaters, talking with women, from grassroots activists to celebrities and high-powered businesswomen, listening and hearing their stories about the violence that had been perpetrated against them. When I introduced 1 Billion Rising here in 2013, I naively, optimistically, thought we were closer to our goal of ensuring gender-based violence was a topic that would get the attention, the funding, and the support to end it. I never imagined I'd be standing in front of you in 2017, rallying against a president and an administration who so emphatically embody the staunch misogyny and sexism that I and thousands of others have fought so hard for decades to eradicate. But this election is an evolutionary moment. It has shot sexual assault, racism, immigration, xenophobia to the top of our news cycles. It is giving us opportunities to have honest conversations, to acknowledge our white privilege, to recalibrate our deeply ingrained isms, and defend the programs that work for our greater good, like NEA and the DOJ Office on Violence in Women, who are facing elimination or funding cuts. 1 Billion Rising was born out of a movement based on the power of art to transform thinking. We were questioned why we dance, and I've been reading articles this whole week about if marching brings about real change. We march and we dance because it's visceral. By doing so, we get back into our bodies. It connects us to ourselves. We feel the ground beneath us, or in Santa Fe language, we are grounded. We march and we dance en masse because we get to feel the power of the people behind us and the power of the people in front of us. We take to the streets because the picture of millions of people is worth 1,000 words of inspiration. But our dancing and marching cannot be the be-all and end-all of our activism. Our marching today needs to be the first in many actions we need to take. We must participate in civic engagement, continue with our creative disruption, proudly speak out and give generously of our money to the many, many organizations whose staff are underpaid and overworked as they support the most marginalized in our town. And don't only give when you're asked or for a silent auction. We have built up our muscles for this exact moment. We stand on the shoulders of women's and human rights movements who came before us, nationally and globally. I'm sorry, Senator Udall, we are not a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens trying to change the world. Our movements are massive, and each one has been learning and collaborating and organizing and mentoring and honing our skills and creating vast networks. Now is the time to rise up. Join us again to dance on February 14th at 1 Billion Rising on the Plaza. Now is the time for us to gather more courage, more strength, more pussy power, so that together we are millions. In fact, we are billions of people united in real solidarity. This is our time. This is our time. Rise!